Let me start by saying no one who wants to help you will judge you, and I will not judge you, because I want to help you. Almost everyone has some form of addiction. Yours perhaps is less socially acceptable, or more physically or financially or even mentally draining than others. Consider yourself blessed, because at least you know you are addicted to something and feel it draining your soul. The rest of humanity, and in particular those who judge you, do not even know that their whole being, yes, even their soul, has already completely rotted away. My message to you is, I know it seems hard. I know, more often than not, it's not the addiction alone that is the problem. The addiction is there, but what keeps it there is often the hopelessness we feel in facing the situations and circumstances in our own lives. I understand that you feel it's better to live in this fantasy so that you do not experience the hurt and the failure. Relationships break down, people you love die, you may feel like you've failed in life, your finances are a mess, and perhaps you know of no other way of life. You may not have any support from anyone, and you may feel like nothing will change. But let me tell you this, life can change dramatically, fairly quickly, both for the good and for the bad. If it changes very quickly, it's generally for the worse. However, changing your life for the good takes patience and perseverance. But be strong, it will totally be worth it. You will look back on your life and you will see how far you have come, and your addiction will be nothing but a distant memory. It may seem hard, but it's really not. It's just what the devil wants you to think. In fact, it's as easy as a decision. You may say to me, I wouldn't know. And I would say, I probably know far better than you. I too have been addicted most of my adult life, and my addiction was one of the worst things you can be addicted to. Yet I fought. I isolated myself and ran away from the people and places I associated with. I turned to God. I expended all my money in good habits, such as church, ministry, health, and well-being, and so I didn't have any money left for evil. I gave the devil no place, and I did not toy with temptation. Sure, there was times when I relapsed, and sure, it was a rough journey, but I got through it all. And sure, the devastation lingers, but I believe God did all this to benefit me and my ministry in some way. Even if it's only so that I can relate to you. Yes, you, the person listening to this right now. So, you're addicted to something. Well, I'm about to tell you how to be free from enslavement to this addiction. In its core essence, addiction and slavery are the same. Think of being a slave. What would you do to escape slavery? Perhaps you could run and hide, or you could somehow rise above the situation and be in control of your own life. Both of these principles work and are as effective for escaping slavery as they are addiction. In 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verse 21, Paul writes, Were you a slave when you were called? If you can, gain your freedom, do so. Now I'm telling you the same. Do whatever it takes to gain your freedom. The first option is very powerful. Running and hiding. No cowards in this game. Running and hiding is the wise option, and only fools think they can actually stay and be okay. Don't let pride get the best of you. You have no chance. You're up against a far more powerful enemy as long as you stay. Running and hiding is your best bet if you can do it. What does running and hiding look like? Well, it could be as extreme as living on a secluded island, or it could be as simple as walking the long way or moving house or looking the other way. However, be aware, the more extreme the measure you take, the more effective the outcome usually is. And even then, usually it's only effective while it's being implemented. This is far from a sure fix. Another way of running and hiding is an extreme change in your lifestyle, like getting married, getting divorced, having kids, becoming poor or becoming wealthy, a change of industry you work in, change of hours, working more hours or more jobs, studying, and the list goes on. This is also a very potent way of beating addiction, and again, the more extreme, the more likely you'll succeed. You need to be brave and take the plunge and hold your breath and never look back, because fortune favors the brave. The second option and the second way out is taking control of your life. Very rarely is the cause of addiction the desire for the behavior. Rather, it's mostly an underlying cause. It could be something as seemingly unrelated as difficulty breathing, or a vascular disease you may have. It could be your sleeping patterns, or an untreated illness, whether this illness be physical or psychological. It could be a nervous system disease, or perhaps something as simple as not getting enough water and being dehydrated. The true underlying cause for addiction is almost never the addiction itself. In the same way, anxiety is never a result of being anxious, or depressed is never a result of being depressed. So too, addiction is not a result of itself. Anxiety and depression are always brought on by underlying physical or psychological anomalies. Can be a blood clot, a deviated septum, hormone irregularity, chemical imbalances, number of vascular diseases, deficiencies of all sort, and the list goes on. If you get to the root of the problem, then you can control it better. I recommend implementing a sensible, however extreme, change in lifestyle, such as taking up 2 jobs, or moving state, or getting married, or perhaps switching jobs. Even if your circumstances don't seem right at the moment, you just need to do this. You have no choice. The other thing I might recommend is seeking professional advice and getting yourself checked up. Most important things to look for are breathing problems and vascular infractions, as well as treatable mental disorders. Finally, get healthy. Take minerals such as magnesium to relax you and for your general well-being. Take multivitamins, especially vitamin D and biotin for cellular metabolism. Eat healthy and do mild but regular exercise such as jogging. And most importantly, get right with God. Start attending church, reading the Bible, praying. Start being involved in the church. Get on a team. Listen to podcasts online or on your cellular phone. Start to make a difference in other people's lives. For real hands-on help in your area, contact me direct at www.theoracleministries.org.